Eugene.
Yes, sir.
Pair in the cold.
All right, you guys. So I decided to make this video. I haven't made a hiking video in a very long time, so I kind of lost my touch in terms of how to even make them. So I'm just gonna wing it in terms of this trip. I'm currently in Wyoming, and today I'm hiking Delta Lake, which is fairly popular. It's gonna be probably a 6-hour trip or so. On paper, it doesn't seem too tough. On the reviews I read online, people are like, oh, it's so brutal and this and that. So I'll see. I mean, I stay pretty physically fit and I eat well and I sleep well all year. So this should be not too bad. I'm wearing like very casual clothing. It did rain and hail. So as you can see, just normal boots. I was gonna try to wear my Vibram 5 fingers, but then especially at the top, I didn't know because it did snow quite a bit 3 days ago. But now it's been warm for the last 2 days, so I don't know how muddy it could be. And I've only had the casual Vibrams with me, and they kind of slide around my foot a little bit. So I brought them just in case because I do want to start using them on hikes. But next time for sure, I'm gonna buy like some hiking Vibram shoes because I really feel there's a huge advantage with training your feet and that having a cascade effect on basically the biomechanics of your entire body, like a positive effect, especially if you have good movement patterns to back that up. So I'm going to kind of tape it here and there. We'll see how it goes. But once again, I just have like this Fallen Fox backpack. It's pretty cool. Neck scarf because I get sun damage or whatever, sunburn on my neck pretty quickly, just a hat. And then once again, running shorts, some long socks, and some hiking boots. I think they're Merrells. They're waterproof as well. Very nice. I'm very happy with them. I've had them for a few years already. So it's beautiful so far, man. I mean, I'm about like 15% in or so, and so far super easy. Super easy. And you'll probably run into, once again, a person like once every 10 minutes or something. So I'll keep you guys updated as the hike continues. But right now it's very scenic, very beautiful. Air is very nice. And then it's pretty easy thus far. All right, guys, so I'm about, I would say 40% in or so. And it's been about an hour and 10 minutes. Still very easy for the first 40%. You walk, you basically run into maybe like a group of 1 or 2 people, 3 people maybe, like once every 15 minutes. So it's still kind of heavily trafficked. It is important to note that on this specific trail, there are a decent amount of supposedly black bears and grizzly bears. Although I haven't been able to find a report online that stated that there have been any reported attacks, but I don't know for sure. But so far it's pretty easy. You see all sorts of degrees of hikers here. Some people are super out of shape and able to make it to this level. And some people are in really good shape. Like I ran into a guy like literally 10 minutes ago that said he got here at 3 a.m. and with a snowboard attached to his backpack and basically was snowboarding on top of the mountains. I don't know if you can see him from here. It's kind of whited out or so, but there are some decent sized mountains in the back, and he said he got in a few runs and then it got too slushy and then he had to stop at that point. All right, guys, so I made it to this section here, and I'm basically going to be going up Amphitheater Lake. So it's going to be, boom, right up this way. I'm going to try to show you guys some trees. Once again, super scenic. As you can hear, still people, so it's very safe. Although, once again, supposedly grizzlies and bears in the area, but with this many people here, I doubt there's some more people. I doubt there will be anything crazy happening. All right, you guys, so basically I'm at the switchback portion of the climb. So I think this is about the 50% mark. Once again, I'm not like super familiar with the map or anything. 50% mark, still running into people here and there. So just not as many as in the beginning, that's for sure. You can actually see 2 people right behind me. And there are 6 of these, so they're pretty easy overall, not too challenging at all. And on the 6th one is supposedly where you kind of break off and you go towards Delta Lake. So kind of working up towards there. So I'm just in the middle of the switchback. So I think I finished like a few, I forgot exactly how many, and still heading up. So honestly, I'm a slow hiker. So at the pace I am going at, it's pretty easy. I don't even feel like I lost my breath too much on any of the switchbacks. So you can still see the beautiful lake in the background. And so far very doable. I mean, in my backpack, I am carrying, I'm gonna try to take a swim at the lake up at Delta Lake, and people are saying it's like ice cold. So I'll see, I'll test it out. But I basically brought like a towel and some water and like maybe a liter of water and an extra pair of shorts. So, and then my Vibram shoes too, because I didn't know whether I was gonna try to wear them or not. So I'm just going with my hiking boots, but hopefully one of these days I'll take up the Vibrams and start using them. So far, not too bad. All right, guys, so I just pretty much finished the kind of switchback areas of the hike, and this area I was actually personally most worried about in terms of missing. So in terms of traffic, there's still like a decent amount of people, like I could hear them in the back. But basically when you get to the switchback area, if you miss this part, you're basically gonna miss Delta Lake. So you wanna get this part right, and I'm gonna kind of switch the camera. So it's right here, just so you don't get confused. You definitely don't want to go this way. You want to go here, and then right up this trail here. Basically, here's another tricky part of the hike that if you're not careful, you'll miss Delta Lake. So through the switchbacks, there's another area right here, right behind me. And honestly, I would have missed this one if it wasn't for like 5 people going back and forth on it. And basically, so you want to look for these logs, and you want to go down those logs through the switchback, and that's gonna kind of get you closer to Delta Lake. So make sure to be on the lookout for that one, okay? Luckily for me, there are just people walking back and forth, and they told me this is the right way, so.
No spikes needed.
Common sense, man. Marketing since day one.
Common sense. So true. Nice. Let's get a little celebration here.
Guys, so I'm here with my friend Kevin. So boom, he's helping me do some filming here. And basically we're towards the end now. So Delta Lake is like very, very close at this point. And this was probably like the toughest part, I would have to say, but it's still honestly very doable. So there are two breakaways. There's like a left and a right side. So this time, the right side seemed to have been the safer side. So we went the left way, because why not? And overall, like basically, as you saw in the footage, there's a combination of snow and then rocks where you have to scramble across. Not the best at it, but I was still able to do it. So just something for you guys to gauge at if you do decide to do this hike yourself, okay? All right, guys, still working up that steep left side. Honestly, this side might be a little bit dangerous for a lot of people. So not gonna lie on that one. The rest of the hike was like pretty easy breezy, no problem. But this side, you gotta be in pretty good shape, and then also just don't have like a fear of heights. As you can see, I mean, if you slip down this slope, it's not gonna be a pretty ending for you. So definitely be careful on this side. Hey, what's up, guys? So finally made it to Delta Lake. Okay, so the hike proved not super easy, but not super difficult either. So it's not undoable. Here are the views. So they're definitely A plus. Very, very impressive. Probably the next impressive views that I saw were in the North Cascades in 2015. So this definitely tops it. So highly recommended. There are maybe 3 or 4 people up here right now. So you're definitely not going to be alone if you get to the top. And it's kind of a sprinkle of traffic. Definitely not as much traffic as there was in the beginning. A lot of people turn back. But some people see it through. So I'm kind of happy not to be alone way up here. And I'm thinking of, the lake is frozen, but I'm still thinking of jumping in. So we'll see.
Eugene.
Yes, sir.
Prepared in the cold. Neck in. Get your neck in there.
All right.
Full body.
It's not that bad when you're in.
Full body. Yes. Woo. Think you want to do it again?
Do you want to take some ice out of the way?
Gene, why?
Beast. It's no problem. It's like a jacuzzi.
It's not bad, eh? Throwing a body. There we go. But it's not that bad. It's not that bad, eh? Yeah. What's your name, bro? Kevin. Kevin. Don't ever forget the name, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, you're tuning in.
Tag me in.
Something that has never been done before.